Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Now that my two obligatory informative videos are done for the day, it's time to talk about current events in the online fitness community, and people have awared me that Kinobody, the Bruce Wayne of the fitness industry, has put up a video on Instagram of him benching 365. Now, I have been very kind lately because Greg has been doing a lot of pressing, and I mean the press, the overhead press. He's hit some really impressive numbers on it. I've given a lot of praise, and I've given credit where credit is due on that. Now, because of that, a lot of people are like, Jason, has Greg bribed you? Has he been paying you off with some of that Kinobody money to say nice things about him? And the answer is no, he hasn't. Now, I do want to say, Greg, if you do want to send me a couple cases of Pellegrino and some of those ribeyes that you've been eating with the chicks, the models, you know, send me some frozen ribeyes, I would appreciate that. Hey, I would be grateful for that. But I'm not going to say as much nice stuff on this one today. I'm not going to deny the strength, but we need to talk about safety here. We need to talk about injuries and all this stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and flip in Greg's video here. Damn. Like I said, it's not going to be about strength so much as concerns of injury here. So since he is the Bruce Wayne of the fitness industry and I am the Bane. Oh, Bruce. I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit or your body. Let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing. Work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this. Now, I always give credit where credit is due, right? That's what we do, even before we give criticism sometimes. Greg's pressing strength has increased tremendously this year. Now, some people are going to say, well, I don't know if he gained muscle on that DEXA scan. It's up 10% body fat. Pressing strength's going up. I think some of y'all know what that's indicative of. Greg, man, back to those down a little bit, bro, before you get hurt. Now, the strength is good. I mean, the fact that the guy, he's doing a press, the strict press, a standing overhead press with 225. He's touching his chest on it, weighing, what's he weighing these days? 180 something? I mean, that's impressive. The fact that he can touch and go ass off the bench press with 365 at his body weight is actually pretty damn good. Like, Greg's pressing strength has come along tremendously. It's come along tremendously. And I don't think we can take that away from him. I'm not going to try to take that away from him. It's pretty legit. Pretty legit. Like I said, I'd like to see him do more leg training, and he's talked about it in his new book. So hopefully we're going to see more squatting and deadlifting and all of that. The pressing strength's on point. The pull-ups are on point. And that's something I'll tell everybody out there. I mean, if you want Greg's physique, or, you know, something along those lines, tons of pressing strength, including the overhead, pull-ups, get lean. I mean, you'll build that sort of upper body, right? You'll build that sort of upper body. My concern here is going to be safety. My concern is safety. As I have been critical in the past of his bench form, a lot of those problems came out here. Now, as far as this being a legit bench, people say, well, he's stronger than you or whatever on bench. Guys, the way that I bench, and even in my off season, my practice, everything else would pass in comps. All right, there's a difference between pause benching with the butt on the bench, clean reps, versus things that are going to get you red lighted. All right, lifting the butt off the bench is also called bridging. All right, not only is it potentially risky in certain ways, it lets you lift more weight, and it's not your muscles involved, the primary movers that are lifting more weight. All right, it's a way to cheat. Bouncing the bar off your chest is a way to cheat, right? It does let you lift more weight. I don't ever train in those ways. People say, why don't you see what you can do with those? Because I don't want to risk, number one, injury. Number two, I don't feel like pressing more than I'm capable of pressing. Number three, I don't want to get into those bad habits, right? It's not worth it to me. I bench what I bench. If I go to a meet, I bench what I bench in comp. It is what it is. Not worried about it for show-off purposes. I'm worried about it from a safety perspective, worried about it from a competitive perspective. not internet jerk-off circles. But the point is, that does let you bench a little bit more. How much more? I don't know. We can't say. We could argue about that till we're blue in the face, but until you see someone do a meet legal pause bench, you don't know what their gap is going to be. Is it going to be 5 pounds? Is it going to be 50 pounds? You don't know. Don't know till you see them do both. The concerned couple things. Number one, the immediate descent. Greg, I know you watch these videos because you comment on them. We've discussed some of this stuff. Stop with the immediate descent. As soon as the bar comes out of the J-hooks, you do not drop it. All right? You got a pretty face. Boy, you sure do got a pretty mouth. But, all right, that's part of your marketability. You're going to drop that barbell on your face if you're not careful. And you think I'm kidding, but you notice how you're having to grind. You needed the spotter on that second one. What happens when you get into the habit of racking and unracking without the elbows completely locked, right? Without letting the bar settle. You are eventually going to miss a rep or unrack the bar, and you're going to risk dropping the barbell in your mouth. People have had to have major cosmetic surgery as a result of this, right? This is a concern. And you're also set way down on the bench, and so the bar is way over your face, way over your throat, instead of your face being inside the J-hooks, because you do that big flare. You do a flared elbow. You don't bench low on the chest. That also keeps your face in an exposed position because you're set further out instead of being up in under the J-hooks, right? This is a safety issue. Multiple safety issues right there as far as racking and unracking and dropping the bar on your face, dropping the bar on your throat. These are serious concerns. Also, if you're going to bench shirtless, go ahead and get you an Olympic bar that doesn't have knurling in the center, because that's going to rip your chest up. That when you start hitting touch and goes with 300 plus pounds, man, and you've got that aggressive knurling in the middle, that can cut your skin up on your chest, man. You don't want that. That's not the sort of cut you want. Go ahead and get yourself a smooth bar if you're going to bench shirtless, man. Trust me. Trust me on this. It'll be worth the $300 for a good bar. I have one like that too. I have both styles, if you notice. Worth every penny of the $600 spent on the two of them. So, you need to think about that, all right? That racking and unracking position, where your J-hooks are set. And let's come back over to the other thing, the excessive elbow flare. That elbow flare, you're going to destroy your shoulders, Greg. You're going to destroy your shoulders if you keep this up, man. You're going to rip a pec. You're going to destroy your rotator cuffs. Seriously. Look, you could kill two birds with one stone. Yes, I know you'll have to learn how to re-bench differently, but you need to learn to bench lower on the chest so that you get a little bit of tuck at the bottom. Like, you don't have to be all the way in like this, but if you 45 degrees at the bottom, look, just below the nipple line. Also, if you look at the bar path, notice that the bar is so far from my neck that you would have at least 6 to 8 inches away from the J-hooks if your neck was completely inside. So there's two different safety issues that you could correct right there with that, you know, two different safety issues. And I think they're worth addressing. They're worth addressing if you don't want cosmetic surgery or to go to Snap City. All right, this is important stuff. It's important. You know, we want to get jacked. We all want to get strong. We all want to get big. We all want to achieve maximum jactitude, but we don't want to get hurt doing it. We don't want to get hurt doing it, particularly when we start moving big weights, right? I mean, we're talking about lifts like benching over 300 pounds. Yeah, I know in top competitive powerlifting circles that's not shit, but realistically, 300 plus pound bench press, that's pretty heavy weights. That's relatively heavy weights to have above your neck or even above your chest, or they could slip out and fall you. That's a lot of weight on your rotator cuffs. We do need to think about the safety issues here, right? We need to think about this stuff because that's enough weight that you could really get hurt. That's enough weight to really hurt you. I mean, we're getting heavy. From a gym going perspective, from an injury perspective, when we start hitting 300 plus pounds, that's a lot of weight. I know my other powerlifting bros are going to laugh and be like, wow, you sound like a weak bitch saying that, Jason. But that's besides the point. We're talking about general safety. It's a good idea to just be more careful with this stuff, especially when we start getting to weights like that. You're going to get hurt if you're not careful. And I don't want to see Greg get hurt. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.